Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If I seem a little tired, that's because I just worked a full shift at work, so I am very tired from that. But today I'm going to be sharing you a little crystal haul I got from the shop Tara and Starlight on Etsy. I'll be sure to link them. This is just their little business card, and some of their socials are on here. I don't know if you can read that or if it's in reverse here, but yeah, some of their socials are on there. But I got some crystals for them, some of them for myself and some of them for my boyfriend. He also really likes crystals, and like we have matching rose quartz necklaces that he suggested because according to him, it's the start of love and we're in love, so we need to get it, which I found really sweet and like really loving and really supportive because he knows I am interested in crystal healing, and he all supports that, and he's like, hey, I'm going to also like support you and engage with you in that way, and that's something I really love about him. But enough about me gushing over him. Let's show off. Hopefully he's not there for this surprise we spoiled, but I got him some black flower agate because I felt like he really needed the energies of flower agate. For those of you who don't know what flower agate's about, let me get my little booklet out so it can better explain for me. So for those who don't know, flower agate, let me get to it. In here somewhere. In this crystal book from Rachel Hancock from, I think that's her name, yeah, Rachel Hancock from Loving Thyself Rocks, who is really cool from the interactions I've had. So basically, flower agate is all about blossoming, love, positivity, passion, and joy, and I felt like my boyfriend could definitely use some of that. Just like the loving vibes around him constantly. I want him to feel loved and joyful and happy, so I got him this, and I thought the black variety of it would be especially fitting since I know he likes black and red, and this would feel like maybe a little bit more masculine. Not that he really minds, considering we do have matching rose quartz necklaces, but I digress. I wanted to get him something that would seem more his vibe in terms of flower agate, so hence the black flower agate. Within this haul, I also got a freebie. This is a little turtle that I got as a freebie from Tara and Starlight, and I found it really sweet of them to include that because it's like green aventurine turtle, and I do love green aventurine. It's a very lucky crystal, and I do like that, you know, they gave me something that really represented where I'm at in this life, where I'm part of my life, where I really had to stop and slow down and consider how I'm going to spend and budget and manage my finances, and this really reminds me of that. It's like a good reminder of that, and I really appreciate that, and I don't think they really knew that when including that, but that's definitely what I'm experiencing, and I appreciate them for including that. Next thing I got is a labradorite palm stone. See, it's very flashy. I'm not sure if the camera is doing it justice, but there it goes. It's very flashy, and this is a very good magical and transformative stone, and I really want to use this for getting into that meditative flow state of like really meditating and getting into the magical flow state, if that makes sense. And ever since I did get this, I have been feeling a pull to do more magical working, so who knows, maybe this is working its energies into my life sooner than I anticipated, but hey, I really thought that was cool. And the next thing I got is this pink amethyst. Now, pink amethyst is different than normal amethyst. It does have some of the properties of normal amethyst, but it also has the heart chakra energies in it. And the chakras is heart instead of like third eye and crown like a normal amethyst would be. It would be heart for this. It's all about love, forgiveness, compassion, protection, and peace. So it still has the compassion component, protection component that amethyst does, and that healing aspect of amethyst, but it's a lot more heart-centered rather than crown and third eye-centered. So it really is good for lucid and vivid dreaming, though, and I figured something like this would be really up my alley. I've been really leaning into the pink energies and colors, and you know, that's just something I felt I needed. So speaking of pink, I got some pink tourmaline in Matrix. I do have some on a stand, but I'm giving that to my boyfriend. Surprise and spoiler alert to my boyfriend if he's watching. Yeah, you're getting my pink tourmaline on the stand because I really felt like you need those energies as well. And I just want to send all my love to you because I love my boyfriend. But enough gushing. I also got this this one shop that I got, not Tara and Starlight, but I had like a mini of it from this crystal shop near me, and they call it Pink Himalayan Nirvana Quartz. I'm not sure if it's commonly referred to as Nirvana Quartz, but I really feel like really like high vibrational is the best way I can put it. Like I feel like a buzzing sensation when I pick this up, and it's like especially around the crown and third eye and the heart and the throat, like the upper, middle to upper chakras and energy centers. I feel like lots of vibration. I don't know how to describe it other than vibrational. I know it sounds very like quote unquote new agey, but like that's the best way I can describe it to someone who hasn't felt it. It just feels very buzzing, very like high energy, and I feel like this is great to pair with something grounding to like stabilize it into this physical reality, but this feels like a very spiritual stone. And so I got this cluster, this Pink Himalayan cluster from the Terran Starlight, and I know it doesn't look very pink on camera, but it is pink in person. I can promise you it has a little bit of pyrite or maybe galena on it. I'm not entirely sure, but something on its matrix, it looks like pyrite or galena. So the next thing I got was this raw amazonite chunk. I do have a pyramid that my sister got me, one of my sisters got me, but I feel like when I want something that's a little bit more portable or like I can really hold in my hand easier than a pyramid, that's what I got this raw amazonite chunk from, and I really love the minty color and how it shows even though it's not polished, and that's something I really like about it. Speaking of not polished, we have some celestite. It's a beautiful blue cluster of celestite. It's like this little, almost like waxing or waning gibbous, or waning gibbous kind of shape. If it reminds me of that, if you can see it, or maybe like the first, like right after the first or last quarter, right before the last quarter, right after the first quarter, kind of waxing or waning gibbous. That's what it reminds me of. And for those who don't know, celestite is a really interesting crystal. Let me get to where it is in my book here so I can tell you all about it. If it is in the book, that is. Some crystals are and are not, so you just gotta be mindful, but I don't see it. Oh no, not in the book. Where is it? Let's see. About to find out in a second. I don't think it's in this book, but it's a very good throat and communication zone, and it's very much connected to like the angelic realm, I feel like, and intuitive abilities. And also the amazonite that I got is really heart and throat centered, and it's all about communication, comfort, truth, health, and tranquility. I find it's really good for like period cramps for me, like the pyramid. If I rest it over my uterine area while I'm having like menstrual cramps, I find it's really good for that. And I know it might seem TMI to some people, but I have an interesting uterine situation where on top of endometriosis, I do have what was originally misdiagnosed as a bicornuate, but is not a bicornuate. I have kind of a semi-quasi double uterus situation where I have one uterus, technically, like one vagina, and then I have a septum in the vagina, and then I have a uterus that looks like a partial bicornuate, but it has two cervixes, meaning that according to my OB-GYN and gynecologist, that I originally formed in the womb with two uteruses, and they fused most of the way but not all of the way, hence the double blood flow and double the cramps and all of that, on top of endometriosis. So that's not fun. So yeah, this amazonite, I feel like whenever I rest it over there, that or selenite, I find is really, really good for just like helping, because pain meds don't always help me in that regard, and if anything's gonna help and it doesn't harm me, like that's good, and hence why I really like amazonite for period cramps. And last but certainly not least is this really interesting skull I got. It's this like white druzy snow agate skull, and I really like this little attention to detail where it looks like it has a third eye. I felt like this would be really good for crown and third eye work, especially with this physical representation of the third eye on this skull. And this is the second skull I have. I'm usually not too big on skulls, but the other one is a lapis skull. I felt like something that's more crown and third eye centered with the throat and the third eye would really be great to have in my arsenal of crystals, if you will. And so I hope this video was enjoyable for you all. I know it was very rambly and unedited, but you know, I hope you enjoyed me gushing about my boyfriend and just about crystals in general, because I love crystals. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this video informative and fun, and if you have any experience with any of these crystals or questions about crystals, let me know in the comment section below. This is Hawk signing out, and thank you for accompanying me this far along my journey.